Today we're giving slime a makeover. If you guys know me, I love doing fun art projects with slime. I've tattooed slime, hydro dipped slime, and even made the Mona Lisa. We just moved, so a lot of the slimes here need some love. Some of the slimes are from you guys, but a lot of the slimes are just lying around in the warehouse. So let's make it into something beautiful. For our first slime makeover, I'm gonna be tattooing our slime. Since this is a boring, thick, and glossy, I'm gonna probably use something with a lot of color. Ooh. Oh, so we've got all these colors. I've been obsessed with K-pop demon hunters lately, so I'm gonna tattoo Rumi. Hopefully it's gonna turn out all right. I've actually tattooed slime before once, and I've never done it again because honestly, it kind of scares me. Every single time I've gotten my blood drawn or been to the doctor, I faint, and then I get up and then I faint again. So for tattooing, you actually just need tiny bits of color. Definitely gonna need some purple. We've got the yellow and maybe something skin toned. I'm gonna try to mix in some white with orange. All right, so there's a little pedal on the bottom. If you just push on this, the needle starts vibrating. It goes so fast you can't really tell, but hopefully I don't accidentally prick myself. I might faint. Let's get started with Rumi. Oh, whoa, that's so weird. I've only done this once before, and I remember it took me hours to make one single thing. Right, okay, it's not so bad. She's a little bit lumpy. I think her braid goes down this way. We're just gonna like make these balls for her hair. I don't know how else to do it, but I think just kind of like these lumps here will work. All right. Hair done. We're gonna try to do her skin now. So there's a lot of purple splatters on her face, but it's okay. It's just very unique freckles. Honestly, she's not looking so bad. Personally, I've never actually gotten a tattoo. It just kind of scares me too much, and I think they're so expensive, but maybe one day I might. Let's try a little bit of ear right here. And I think that's about it for the face until I go over it with the eyes. Switch out our needle. I'm so scared, like switching them out. All right, let's start on her jacket. We've got this mustard yellow. Wait, this is such a perfect yellow. It matches it so perfectly. It's like 1-to-1. It's exact, it's perfect. All right, we've got these like blocky shoulders from her jacket. Wait, I like how this looks. Like, I feel like you can tell that it's supposed to be Rumi. This is so good. So what got me to watch the movie, I saw it on Netflix at first, and I was like, this looks corny. Like, K-pop demon hunters, what kind of name is that? And then I saw someone doing the dance to it, and I was like, wait, this song is kind of fire. And I was like, oh, it's from that movie. And my sister was like, you haven't seen it, you should watch it. From what I've heard, everyone's opinion is basically like, it sounds corny. The idea of fighting demons with your voices. Like, I don't know about that, but I think the execution was really good. It's just better than expected, honestly. And that's pretty much the general idea I've heard from everybody. And I agree, it was better than expected. I think my home also has pretty thin walls because I hear my neighbors with their singing lessons. So I'm pretty sure they can hear me when I'm taking a shower going, we're going up, it's our moment. You know, together we're glowing. It's gotta be golden. Ho, ho. I think I do a pretty good Disney voice. I don't know about like a K-pop voice, but I'm just gonna have this arm kind of go out this way. Yeah. And then got outline the jacket. Okay, I like how this looks with splattering on her top. It's okay, it's okay. It's a design choice. That's pretty good. Okay, moving on to the face. Let's try to start with her lips. Should she be smiling? A slight smile. She's a baddie. Just slightly smile. Oh, please turn out okay. Maybe you should have sketched it out a little bit first. We're just gonna raw dog this, something like that. And then we'll add in the details of her eyes last. I'm scared to mess up. I'm in full focus mode. All right, she needs more eyeliner. I can make her beautiful, I swear, I swear. It's like Timu Rumi.
One eternity later.
And this is Rumi. I think I did pretty good, right? This is solid. I'm actually pretty proud of my work. What's gonna happen if I just... Oh my gosh, he's a devil. It's like the devil emoji. Okay, next up I have one of the fan mail slimes, and you guys have sent us some really crazy stuff. One of them even had some like pasta in there. There's always a lot of food ones.
The goo in question.
Oh, they sit in the mailbox and they rot. Okay, I'm letting you guys know. Why do you guys send the food? Anyways, we have a pretty interesting fan mail slime, and I think it deserves a little bit of attention. So this one is literally labeled as fox poop. Thank you, Avery, for your fox poop slime. I love that there's a drawing of a fox that literally says, ew, not me. Not the one here that made the poop. A different fox. All right, let's open it up and see. Ooh, pretty tough. Is this just like really overactivated? What is in here? There's some chunks. We've got some little gold pieces in here. I might try and pick them out, honestly. So what I'm planning on doing with the slime is I'm gonna make it into something glittery. So a glitter bomb slime. So the joke is that I really like glitter. Honestly, I've been putting glitter on every single slime makeover I've had and kind of overloading it to where people are sick and tired of me putting glitter on everything, but I will prove them wrong. Glitter is the right way to go. We're gonna start with using some cloud dough. We're gonna mix it in. So the best texture to have kind of like an ice cream texture to it is cloud dough. This is a really interesting texture. It's a lot less tough now. All right, we're gonna grab some more cloud dough and we're gonna make a Neapolitan ice cream. I've got my pigments and dyes. So a little bit of pigment goes a long way. We're just gonna dab, 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 and a little bit of red mixed with a lot more white, mix some pink. I think this will be a really nice strawberry color. I think sienna might give me that vanilla color. We're gonna dab a little bit more. Growing up, I feel like my favorite flavor was probably chocolate, like Rocky Road. And then as I got older, it became more like vanilla with some peanuts on top. I am pretty satisfied with this as vanilla. She is gorgeous. I'm gonna take a piece of this and just mix it in with remaining cloud dough. Ooh, wait, I like how this looks. Look at this. All right, so we've got our jar. This is the part where everyone looks at me like, Kristie, why do you need that much glitter? But let me explain. Glitter is just better. It's gonna be a glittery Napoleon ice cream. We're gonna add in a layer at the bottom for the chocolate, and then we're gonna add in this pink layer on top, and another layer of chocolate on top right here. And let's top it off with some glitter in every layer. Beautiful. This is my favorite glitter, by the way. Big chunk here, another big chunk here. Oh, I think this is looking kind of cute. Yeah, just like that. Now that we have our Napoleon ice cream on top, starting with our fox poop, aka our chocolate, I'm gonna smoosh that on top for our strawberry. Let's scoop that out, smoosh that on top. And then we got our vanilla. Got our scoop of vanilla. All right, I think this is looking a lot more delicious than the fox poop. We also have some pink sprinkles. These are so cute. Because it is ice cream, we need some sprinkles. Cute. What if I just dumped all this glitter on here? Should I do it? I'm gonna do it. 3, 2, 1. It's perfect. Here is our glitter bomb Napoleon ice cream slime. Thank you, Avery, for sending in your fox poop fan mail. Hopefully you liked how this turned out. And we are on to the next project. Next up, I'm gonna be making your profile pictures out of slime. So this is a series that I've already been doing, and I think I've made like 6 now, maybe 7. I think my favorite was probably the realistic capybara that I made, because I just did not think it would turn out well, and I was making individual hairs with my tweezers. So I went through a bunch of comments, and I picked a comment from Attic OG. So thank you so much for commenting. Attic OG said, I don't think you can do mine, especially when the colors blend. I think I can do yours. All right, let's show them how it's done. We've got our slime lid right here. Let's start by making all the colors. One talent that I have is color matching. We've got some dyes. We are gonna start trying to make like that background color. Gonna add a little bit of blue. These are actually really fun to do because I love how interactive they are. Like, I just like looking at you guys' comments, honestly. So I'm actually, wait, this one dye is pretty much the right color I need. Sweet, we've got our first layer going on. Typically, I like to use the memory butter slime. Okay, we've got our first layer, which is a fantastic start. All right, we've got darker blue for the cat itself. So we're gonna add in a little bit of the sky blue, and then I think this royal blue should be it. Let's start making the cats. This is gonna be the head. The great thing about memory butter is that you can layer on the different colors without it melting into each other. We're gonna take out the tweezers for this. Got these 2 little blobs that we're gonna make into the ears. Ear and ear. I've always been pretty artistic growing up, and I think the compliments kind of fed into itself. You know when people tell you you're good at something, so then you actually get better at it because you're like proud and you want to do better? By the time I was in high school, our AP art teacher had this huge walk-in closet that was just for the AP kids. It had everything I needed, had a bunch of cool knickknacks, my desk and everything, and it was quiet. Like the rest of the classroom was loud, but then you go into the art closet and it's like a little safe haven. So that was where I spent most of high school, in a closet, but it was a cozy closet. We've got our mouth. Gonna put that right here and smoosh it in. Okay, we've got the arms. The arms gotta go up. The arm on the other side gotta go up. Tiny, tiny little little blobs for the paws. Last dot for the paw, right there. And now we get some clear slime. We're gonna color it black. I'm gonna mix this in as carefully as I can. We're gonna get these dot eyes on here. Okay, this is a pretty derpy looking cat. Let's add in the whiskers. I am focused. Yeah, these profile pictures take forever to make. I think I'm just gonna make one more outline for the paw. Okay, this is a pretty derpy shark cat, but I tried. You know what I think it is? Normally when I'm making these profile pictures, I have it like up here. I think this time it was a little further out, so I wasn't getting the perfect straight beeline down vision. But I don't think it's horrible. You can see that I tried. Anyways, let's move on to the next thing. For our last slime makeover, we're gonna be painting on this clear slime. So Hannah has these projects where she paints stained glass pictures on clear slime. But I think I'm gonna put a little twist on it because typically she'll just find like these flowery, sunset, naturey, stained glass pictures. I am gonna do an axolotl. We're gonna start with all our gel dyes. We're just gonna pour out all the blobs of dye onto the table. Let's try to make our axolotl first. This is looking a lot redder than I expected. You know, I love going to the aquarium or pet stores where there's axolotls. I just love seeing how they smile through the tank. But out of all the sea animals, I really love jellyfish. I've always wanted to pet jellyfish and I feel like they're just so interesting. I don't know, something about them. Let's add in the little flares that come out the side, like that. Okay, so apparently axolotls can regrow part of their spine, heart, and even brain. I think that's insane. Maybe we need a little bit more axolotl in our genes. Like, can I regrow my brain and my heart? I think this is cute. Wait, I like how this is coming out. Okay, now we start by drawing all the little lines for our stained glass. I don't know if this is how stained glass works, but we're just gonna guess. I've been trying to learn how to make abstract art. I just wanted some new art for my home. This kind of reminds me of doing that. Let's grab a big brush here. Start with some yellow here. Ooh, I like how this looks. So glowy. It's like sunset. This is so peaceful and relaxing. I think I should decide what color I want our jellyfish to be. I think maybe we do purple. Yeah, like a magenta purple. This one will be named Henry. This one could be Agatha. All right, I'm gonna finish painting these and I'll be right back. I'm pretty satisfied with how this turned out. It's not perfect, but I think it's really cute. But here is our beautiful stained glass axolotl sea creature jellyfish slime. And we watch it drip. Ooh, there they go. It's actually really interesting seeing. Wait, that's so cool. I like this. Whoa. Wow. This is so satisfying. It's like a fruit roll-up. It looks so cool. I had so much fun making all of these. Leave a comment if you got any more ideas. Bye.